messy desk, I have been trying to connect to other devices and webcams and all those good things, and didn't get a chance to clean up here. But I do have a picture. I have a couple of pictures that we're going to work from, so at least I'm not lost there. It is November 11th, Remembrance Day. Today, if you are around, we usually do the 2 minutes of silence around 11 a.m. Eastern, but I'm not sure what you guys do in your countries. So good morning. If you are here, please say hi. I'm just connecting. You can see my mess. I'm going to move everything so that I just have gouache on my table. Yesterday, after a Zoom meet that we had with our Oaxaca group that we are going in February, I used my new Zeta sketchbook, the larger one, because this is the one that Lou gave me and it's hardback. And then I treated myself to a softback Zeta. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the Stillman and Burns Zeta, and did a drawing when I joined Samantha Dion Baker's meet and Amy Stewart. So I did a mixed media piece of a little image from Montalbano, where we were in Italy. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Hippo. Hi, C. Bonjour, bonjour. So you can see the size difference. I actually quite like the larger size. I think this one's easier as a sketchbook goes, and it's nice to have a hardback. And I find the pages do open up pretty flat in this one. So for traveling, I think this is a great size. But this is quite nice to work larger. The only thing with this one is that if you're doing a double spread, taking a photo of it and put it in social media, not that that really should make a difference, but it's very long and Instagram is usually, so maybe I'll do some more lengthier ones. Not that I should be thinking about that, but it is quite a long spread. I've seen a lot of urban sketches use the Zeta for, having little pockets of images on their page, and I think that looks really nice as well. Buonasera, buonasera. Anyway, putting this one aside, I'm glad I initiated it or started it for first doing something. I think I'm going to probably continue doing Italy in there. These are the images that we've done. I still haven't done collection. Yesterday in our morning, it was in a bottle, and I did the Maletti bottle very roughly. Didn't really get too much done. I'm not sure why. We were chatting lots and in our Zoom, and I haven't finished it completely, but they're beginnings, so that's good. Today is Pantry, and I have got actually I'll show you why I chose the image that I did. So I'm working from a picture that I took in my mom's pantry, and I'm just going to take a screenshot because I don't know if I may draw everything. I may put it upside down and I'm going to squeeze this over to like so that I've got, a little bit of a variety of different things, and also my orientation will be more like portrait format. And then I'm going to go here. So I've chosen this one. It's a little building in the town that we were staying at in Italy. So that's going to be my Italy. And then I have the reds in here, so I can probably use the same color palette. So I'm going to turn this one upside down. Look at this, the browning. I guess I'm not sure how old that browning is in my mum's cupboard, but she says it never goes bad, so I guess it never goes bad. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Let me just turn my device on Do Not Disturb. Not that anybody should be really coming in at this time of the morning. And I'm just going to quickly clear up. Which image are you working from? If you're working from the same image or same Padlet, do you have an image in there that you're working from? And we all know that you're working in gouache. And if you're not doing what we're doing, what are you working on? Because you don't have to be doing what we're doing. It's nice to have company in the morning. So let us know. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. I may need some more white. And it's cold still here, super cold. I know that I talk about the weather a lot, but oh my goodness. Honestly, when I saw the weather on Saturday that it was going to snow on Sunday, I thought that was it for the week. We still got snow yesterday. Like, we got flurries yesterday. There is snow on the ground. There is snow on the roads. I'm not impressed. We're at the beginning of February. We're at the beginning of November. Like, where does that come from? We don't usually get that much snow until, well, sometimes we don't even have a first snowfall until after Christmas. Good morning, Maria. How are you? I don't know, Maria, you're probably feeling a little bit similar. Did you get snow yesterday? I know that you like snow, so you're probably the wrong person to like be moaning about the snow, because I know that you like it, the winter. All right, let's get started. I have schmink. I'm going to see what state it is in. I'm low on yellow, so I'm going to see what I have here. See, that's okay. I haven't opened the schminker set since before going to Italy, so it's been 3 weeks and everything seems pretty good. No mold in sight. I also have the Da Vinci set that I've got here, and I'm going to check out how that's looking. So I think everything needs a good clean, but I'm not ready yet. Okay, this one's good too. So if I need some extra, I will go over to my Da Vinci. Maria says, it's butt colder too. You're keeping me company as I grade. I do love snow, but it's too soon. Yeah, because if you think about it, okay, if we get snow until next May, that is 6, almost 7 months. Like, that's not good. I don't like it. I do not like it. Okay, let's get started. I want to work a little bit faster today. Haven't been working very fast recently, and I feel like I'm not getting stuff done. So I'm going to be working on this one, and I'm going to just zoom into the, maybe I'll take a screenshot of this one a little bit closer. We can do this. We've got this. So now I'm going to go this direction, like this, from left to right. Working on 2 images. I'm going to work how I sometimes give out exercises in my classes, and it'll be more of like a let's pick our colors and use those colors in both pages. It's a little bit crazy. Anyway, Maria, I am trying to set up OBS because tomorrow morning I'm going to be live with Dylan and Sarah. Instead of over here, we're going to be over on Dylan's channel. It's going to be an hour and a half. I think we're going to do half an hour on Zoom and an hour live. And we're doing paper doll. And he has found, and I'm going to put it in the Padlet, he has found a creator or a maker who has made this really cool 3D doll with paper. And it's an image of them holding it in their hand. And then also he has a portrait. I'm still in 2 minds whether I'm going to do that portrait or some other portrait. But yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, it's a bit of a change. I was supposed, Maria's like, finally. Yes, but I have like a green screen on my, like when I'm trying to connect my camera to OBS. Anyway, I will figure it out. I have to figure it out before tomorrow. I have my camera on my laptop, and I'm using my phone as camera on my phone. Oh, yeah, on my phone. Like the OBS is fine with my camera on the laptop, but not on the phone. And I've installed Droid Cam app or something like that, and I can see it on my computer, but I can't in the app, but I can't connect it to OBS. It's very confusing. My brain is fried already, and I've been doing this for an hour this morning. I really should have just called you and said, hey, can you help me out? Or I should have just called Dylan and said, Dylan, I'm struggling. But you know when you really want to figure something out yourself? Yeah, I know it happens. Anyway, that's what I've been doing this morning. What have you guys all been doing? Anything exciting? More exciting than trying to set up a computer program to work? Or I guess I could have asked Melissa too, but anyway, I could have asked my husband too, but he's sleeping, so I couldn't ask him. Anyway, so tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m., I'll be over on Dylan's YouTube, so go over there. I may do a little video on Instagram Live just to make sure people know where to find us. All the hundreds of people who come and watch these videos in the morning, you know, gotta let them know where we are. Oh, Maria, yes. Maria says, you mean do things the hard way? Yeah, do things the hard way. Okay, but it's like 5:45 in the morning. Yes, I could have contacted Dylan. He did say, if you're having problems, let me know. So anyway, I will let him know that I had problems and I'm having problems after the fact. I have to take my car in for a tire recall, and I completely forgot about that, so I have to do that this morning. But I'm taking my notes because I haven't written a post yet about Italy, and I can't believe it's been a week since I came back. So I need to do that. So I'm going to, if they say, oh, it'll probably be an hour, then I can just hang around. But if they say it's going to be 3 hours, then I will come home. They can drive me home and then come pick me up. Yeah. All right. So I'm just getting color on these pages, and very randomly. For the past couple of times, I've just been sketching out my imagery, and I'm like, why am I doing that? Because that's basically taking up 10 minutes or 15 minutes of my time. So I'm going back to what I preach and say, just get it on the paper, because it's gouache, so I can always go over it if I'm not happy with it, right? Oh, Reb says fighting with cricket machine and Zine Fest prep. Oh yeah, is that week? Is that this weekend? And Reb says, so I feel your pain. Amy says, upside down. Yes. Yes, upside down, because my brain can't handle right side up this morning, so I'm just doing everything upside down. Hello, Susan. Susan, your image was lovely yesterday in Sam's session. Very, very lovely. The shoe worked so well for the prompt, really well. That poor little shoe. Whenever I find something like that in the neighborhood, I always find we have like big electrical boxes around the neighborhood. I don't know if you guys, I live in a very urban or suburban area, And so we have these big electrical boxes that hum, which I'm not so happy about the humming. But anyway, if I find like little toys and stuff like that, I always put them on those. What do you do when you're in New York and you find a shoe? Good morning, Nanette. Hi, Meryl. How are you? Leslie said, good morning, parka on. In Florida, we have turned the heat on. Oh, well, trust me, it is not as cold as up here, Leslie. Okay, I'm going to be correcting these as well, because they are definitely not where they should be. There we go. And then this. Susan said, "Ah, thanks. It was a lonely shoe in the middle of the big street." Yeah, what did you do with it? Did you just leave it there, or did you pick it up and put it on, I don't know, a lamppost or a garbage, you know, those garbage can things where you put your recycling? And I wonder how many people really, do they look at the recycling bins and put everything in the right spots? I do wonder. I try to, but sometimes, well, now you have the mixed recycling, which really helps. Oh, the Zine Fest is this weekend. So if anybody is in, Reb, are you in Austin? Where are you? I can't remember. Austin, or you're not in Dallas? I finished my coffee, everybody. Oh no, I thought I had lots more coffee left. Yeah. Good morning, Jen. How are you? All right. Do want that brick color as well, so I'm going to mix that brick color up now. Has a little bit of red in it. Let's take some more white here. Oh, close to Houston. Close. I don't think anything is close in Texas, is it? Is Austin close to... I really need to look at Texas. We have a lot of Texans in our group, and seeing where all these cities are in Texas would be really helpful, I think. I should really do that. Houston. Do you know Jacinda? It's like saying, but you may know Jacinda. I know, it's like saying, do you know John in Toronto? Like, but she's like, she teaches, and so you may know her. Just, you know, putting it out there that you may, because if I can't remember if she's in Houston or Dallas. I think she's in Houston. Three hours is close for Texas. 3 hours is close for Canada as well. Like, yeah, you're right. It just depends where you are. Oh, Susan says, I left it there. It was close to the curb. Wasn't sure what to do with it since it looked like a nice shoe. Maybe it fell out of a bag or something. I know. It was a very nice shoe. I mean, you could have put, is there a lost and found site on New York? You could have put that little shoe lost, and somebody could have come picked it up from you. That was probably that little girl's favorite shoe. She was probably upset, very upset. I remember my eldest daughter getting very upset talking about shoes and boots when she was younger, like much younger, probably, I don't know, 8, 9. She got these lovely, she actually every Christmas or every winter, my mum, that was the gift to them, would buy winter boots or winter shoes for my kids, just because we were in England and the, you know, things were different over there. There was different shoes, different brands, and Clark's was a very good brand, you know, for kids' shoes, because they have a lot of support and they're well made. Anyway, so this one year, my daughter, she loved these boots, so my mum got her these boots, leather boots. You know, they almost look like riding boots, like the traditional leather ones that come just under the knee. And she wore them like right up into June. And then again in September, she would have them on. And then she grew out of them and she was so upset. And I'm like, let's give them to somebody. She did not want to give those boots away. That was, I don't know, she became so attached to these boots. But I'm like, they don't even fit you. You can't do anything with them. And my other daughter, she grew much quicker than my first daughter. So they were pretty much in very similar sizes when they got to like 6 and 8 and like 8 and 10. So she couldn't even wear them either, because I think they had the same size shoe at that point. Jennifer says, wishing I was painting, working on making a building stand up. Okay. Oh, Reb said, how do you spell that? Is that Jacinda? Jacinda. She has classes on like in live, in person. And she does like cross stitching and yeah. Good morning, Bitty Penny. How are you? Hi, Joanne. Susan says, hi. I was more intrigued with how the shoe looked in the pavement with the grate, and oh, it was great in the grate and the manhole cover. I wasn't much thinking about what to do with the shoe other than take the photo. That's absolutely fine. The shoe was part of the scene, and it was obviously there because somebody had lost it, but it doesn't really, right? You can't do, in New York City, I'm sure you're probably thinking, well, they're never going to find this shoe, so, well, you probably, like you said, you weren't even thinking about it. Okay, I'm going to see if I have any of this color. Oh, I do have this color here. So today is Pantry. If you are just joining, I'm combining 2 images or painting 2 images at once. I don't know why I think that was a good idea, but I wanted to bring Italy into my dailies, and I don't have time to do it other than in the morning. So whatever works, and if I don't get them finished, I don't get them finished, but it's nice to work with gouache. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Some people are doing the daily prompts for Gouache Vember. Some people aren't. Some people are just here to hang out, which that is also lovely. And right now I'm just looking at colors, and I'm painting upside down because my brain is fried from trying to get things working on OBS. So that's where I'm at. Okay, there was a little bit of gray in this one as well. Actually, this color is perfect for the base here, which is the color of my mum's cupboard. So if you're here and you haven't been here in December before, in December we focus on birds for the whole month, and we've been doing birds in December, the hashtag birds in December. If you look up birds in December, you will find a lot of birds. And we do this, we've been doing this since, I've been doing it since 2019, before I started doing all my lives and dailies. And we kind of approach it, I always say we, but I approach it differently every year. Some people just draw the bird and they're very literal, but it's okay to do that, or to think outside the box and think of how you would do it. You could do an embroidery every day of the daily bird, or you could do, and we don't set, well, actually I should probably set a prompt list. So if anybody wants to join in and submit images, you do have to be part of our subscriber, my newsletter subscription. So that is just $5 a month for the morning daily prompts. So you can do that through Substack, and I have a link in the bio. And then I will create, I think we pick one bird from our area that we are living in, and then I'll make a list of all those birds, and then we can populate, or the person whose column it is or day it is, they will populate with that bird from that area. Well, we either do that, or we have the area location. We could do that too. Like, instead of putting the bird name, we could do birds from. So for example, Reb's from Houston. So I could just put a number of December and put Houston. So, and then you could look up birds from Houston, the Houston area. Which one do you think is better? To put the actual bird, to limit it like that, or to put a location? Teresa, buongiorno, come va? Va bene, grazie, sì, benissimo, un po', how do you say, pazzo, perché I'm trying to figure stuff out. Technology is not working for me this morning. Biddy Penny, I'm just a few minutes north of Austin, Texas. My son and I saw a green parrot yesterday at a bird feeder. It was the first time I've ever seen a parrot in the wild. It felt magical. Oh, very cool. I've also seen green parrots in England, which was really bizarre, but my parents have a couple of parakeets that visit them. I like a parakeet family. Biddy Penny says, I like the idea of a location. Teresa says, I like location as well. Location is a great idea. Location. Location, location, location. I sound like a realtor. Yeah. Okay, we'll do location. That's a good idea then. And I don't think we've ever done location before, like a list with location. So we need location lists, or we need you guys to, I promise this, well, while I'm waiting for my car and the recall, that's what I could do, is also create a Padlet so that you guys can claim a column, put your location at the top, and then you can populate it with the birds from that location, and then we can all choose a bird from that location. That works, right? Okay, I like that. You're probably like, Shar, you're just liking everything that you're saying. Not everything. Okay, I am cheating a little bit. So I do have a turquoise, which is a Daniel Smith turquoise in here with my schminke. because sometimes you need a little bit of turquoise. I don't think there's any green in this one right next door. Maybe I'll just put a tiny touch of green down here and maybe along the roof line a little bit. Yeah, under here. So I'll see a little bit of it coming through. Anything there? No, I think I need more of a darker green. For this, for Sarson's browning. Okay. Holly Dickerson says, good morning from East Tennessee. Hi, Holly. How are you? And Reb says, Biddy Penny, I found a macaw feather on a trail in Austin once. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Amy says, parrots in Amsterdam Park, likely pets that escaped. Yes, so I can tell you a little bit about the parakeets. There is a story that these parakeets were at a estate home somewhere in the south of Kent, and they escaped. So they're not wild to England. They're definitely not wild to England. So that's what my mum read anyway, that there are parakeets, and that's the history of the parakeets that are there. Okay, I'm going in with a darker red, and just really looking at where these dark areas are. Much darker areas. I think this needs to be a bit shorter, so I'm going to pull this up a little. Uh-oh. I went too far down. That's okay. I'm moving the bottle a little further down. Oh, I could have put this color down there. I didn't do that. So if you're just joining, I am drawing upside down. We are drawing gouache Vember prompts, which is run by Daria Penta and Cortney SF on Instagram. I can't remember her surname, but I can look it up because she has a calendar every year. I like supporting Courtney Spillane. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But she does these little calendars every year, and they're great. They are, I have it just next to me. It kind of keeps me on track with what's happening. Another calendar artist is our lovely Melly Dolman. And yeah, I will be linking both of those in my latest newsletter. I love this because there's images on the front and the back. So afterwards you could frame them. And yeah, it's great. I won't show you all, but you can go to both of their websites and have a look what they've got to offer. They are so pretty. Anyway, so this is a prompt month that Cortney and Daria have been doing also for about 5 years. I think a lot of these monthly prompt lists came about by the whole pandemic, but I feel like theirs was around the same time that I was doing birds in December, that first year, 2019. But it could be pandemic year. I'm not 100% sure. I think it really was the start of people wanting to have like a daily practice in art. There was somebody on Sam's yesterday, and I didn't really speak up too much because, I don't know, when it's somebody else's Zoom, I just let the host kind of get on with it. But she was talking about how could she get into a daily practice, and other than joining like a group like ours, I think just setting yourself a goal and a commitment and a daily thing, it's just like exercise. To me, it's just like exercise. And if you miss one day, that's okay. You miss one day, but if you put it alongside something that you do daily, like have your coffee, or, you know, you go to your local coffee shop, or you go for a walk, take your sketchbook with you, then it becomes your daily and you don't really think about it. Just like me showing up here with you guys, that's our daily. And it's become so much of a daily that I really forget to advertise that we are on here. So, but that's okay. I know that you guys are here, and yeah, it's funny. I guess it is what it is, and I'm okay with whoever. Well, not just whoever, but I'm okay with you guys, just you guys showing up, or more people showing up. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm not very good at the newly welcomes, like, you know, but I do welcome everybody. I guess I always think it's just you guys here and not anybody new. Okay, I'm going to go back to this image. So if you didn't see us at the start, I'm working on an image from Italy and working on my gouache Vember prompts, trying to combine them to revisit my camera roll from Italy, because we just got back from teaching over there and having a fabulous time. There's still 3 spots left for June. If you love travel and you want to immerse yourself into a week of food, art, culture over in Italy, in these beautiful small towns, then please contact me. We can have a Zoom. I can chat to you a little bit about what it entails, all the ins and outs, how to get there, the travel, what you will learn from me, and yeah, I know that it's a big deal to book something like that, but I know it's a once in a lifetime, you know, trip. Oh, thanks, Nanette. Derry D says, new sub, I'm happy I discovered your channel. Very relaxing and inspiring. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Biddy Penny says, good morning, Melissa. I enjoyed your de-stash video the other day. It wasn't boring at all. It was great hearing your thoughts and process. Hey, good morning, Melissa. Biddy Penny says, I pulled out my neglected gouache the other day and I'm loving them so much. Thank you all for the inspiration this month. Oh, good. So happy. That is great that you pulled it out. I know that you were saying that you were going to. All right, getting some yellow on here. And a little bit of a darker yellowy tone here. I'm not the greatest at details, so we'll see if I can put some writing on this as well. What do you guys do for, like, when you're doing your writing on, because I really want to use gouache because that's what we're using, but do you come out of your gouache and use like a pencil or a crayon or ink? Acrylic ink is always great as well because it has the right consistency. And I think if I'm going to do any of the white writing, I really do need to get a smaller paintbrush and figure that out. So I'll have a look. This is white here, but there are some glimpses. I'm just trying to fill everything that I need to fill before I turn it around. Melissa says, oh, cool, Biddy Penny, thank you. All right, getting this filled in. Need some more dark tones over here. That's a cork, but it's a very similar color. Not really too many blues in here at all, but there are some darker purples, or like a Payne's Gray colors within this bottle. How are we doing for time? Oh, 15 minutes. Okay. I'm going to try and get some of the writing done. You like Posca. Even when it's like a gouache challenge, do you just like say, it's okay, I'm just going to use Posca for... Posca would be good. And I have those Sharpie, I have these Sharpie pens. Could I use a Sharpie pen for that? Not sure. I'm going to try with gouache and I'll see how it goes. I think that's what I should try first with gouache. Okay, maybe a little darker over here, not as light. Let me come back to that green again. It's nice that you can reactivate a color in gouache. But I still need a little bit of help. That green disappeared. This lid. Oops. Quite messy. And I'm getting a lot of paint on the other pages as well. That's just, oh no, did I do it upside? Oh, I didn't. Oh no. I did what I don't want it. Look, now I've got an upside down piece. That's okay. Oh, that happens. Oh, Melissa says it depends on how detailed she wants to be. She just uses a tiny brush and sketches. Yeah. And I've done it upside down in my book. That's okay. Then I actually know that it's an upside down piece, right? If not, I would be thinking, was that upside down? Unless I put a little sign saying that was upside down, but it's all right. Okay, I'm going to use some of the darker colors that I've had over here and just clean up the image on this side. Can you hear my stomach? My stomach is growling already. Amy says, saw Italian shutter rebuild in stories from the Casina. Really big job. Oh, I'm sure. mean, they're no joke. They're very well made. Okay, a little bit of a lighter gray. I don't really have the whole feel of this on here yet. My water is so dirty, you can see it. It's very, very dirty. I think what makes these houses so pretty and the buildings is that the irregular brickwork, I can zoom in for you. You can see it's so fun. Like, they just find ways of building these walls. They're all just very random stone that they put to create these walls, and they're not, you know, they're not like our houses where they're manufactured stone. This is stone from the land that they find, and then they build their towns and their houses with this stone. Also with gouache, you never know how dark, like I thought this was going to be so much lighter, so now I have to come in with some lighter areas and just come back into those marks that I put on and almost delete. It's like a delete button when you're coming back in with a lighter shade or a darker shade, and you can create more shape within the marks that you've just done. And then up here, if you look up here, look at them. They're all like, these are all a lot longer and narrower. They almost look like they're man-made, but these ones now, like in between. And to come on these trips, you really don't have to be, you know, a professional artist or somebody who is really well practiced or has been doing it for years and years and years. I had two members of our group who absolutely, this was the past year was their first year doing art, any kind of art. And one of them, Carrie, if you're here, she's a surgeon, like by her trade, by her career, is doing surgery on people. And this was something that her sister suggested that she come and do because she obviously, you know, likes art but hasn't really done too much. So that was incredible that, you know, for somebody to just jump in. But honestly, she was keeping up with everybody else, I do very like fun and light-hearted warm-ups that we all get into, and all our drawings are very similar. And then it's up to you how much time you spend on longer images. And I'm there to help if anybody needs help, obviously. So yeah, I think it's for everybody. And when I teach, I don't just teach to, you know, expert artists, of course. I teach to everybody, so all skill levels. All right, I am going to move over to the pantry items, but I think I'm good with that. For the Italy, maybe a little bit of this on the, over here, on the cobblestones. These cobblestones were so lovely because they were so flat. Very different to the cobblestones in San Miguel de Allende, which were so bulbous and round that it hurt my feet. These were very different. It was all flat stone, just, I guess, well trod on. Okay, that brush is not going to be good enough for what I want. I have a very tiny one, but that may be too small. Let's have a look. It is 8 o'clock, so if you have to go, please know that I appreciate you being here. And if you want to come back tomorrow, I'm going to be on with Dylan Sarah at 7 a.m. So we are going to be working on, actually together, we're going to be working on Paper Doll, which is the prompt for tomorrow. So I will share the image in our Padlet that I will be working from with Dylan. So if you're part of our group, you can have a look at that. I'll be sharing it later today. And yeah, I hope you can make it. If you're here, remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're watching after the fact, please say hi in the comments so that I know that you were here. It's always nice to know. Oh, this brush is not good either. I'm going to have to open this new one. You know when it splits? It needs to be the right consistency, almost like ink. Almost. May have to go over a couple of times. Okay, this I can correct. Very, very rough. I feel like today's is quite rough and loose, and very loose. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. Thanks, Bitty. Oh, Biddy, you said she said I made paper dolls yesterday. It was fun. Did you make it with gouache? And Amy, if you have that documentary of the shutters, I would love to see it. If you could send the link, that would be great. I love things like that. Oh, last night we went out for a nice sushi dinner and had leftovers, so I have sushi for lunch. I'm so excited. It was my husband's birthday. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. It was nice to see friends who we hadn't seen for a while as well. I think there's too much white on this over here. I'm gonna correct that. This is also a little bit wrong here. Move this up a little bit more. Yeah, I could probably spend another few hours on this, but really don't have those hours. But thank you all for joining. It was really nice to hang out with you guys. If you're still here, let me know what pantry items you were working on. And I did this one upside down, but also upside down in my sketchbook, so happens. I know it happens. We've all done it. I thought I turned it around. I guess I didn't. Whoops, too much water. So this is why I always say to make your gouache flat, because here, right here, it is not flat, and now I'm picking that up from under and it's not, yeah, that's not good. All right, everyone. Biddy Penny says, my husband's birthday is Thursday. Oh, he's a Scorpio as well. And Biddy Penny made them with scraps of paper and little acrylic gouache for the painted faces. Oh, sweet. And you're giving him as cards from the YouTube community. Oh, I'm surprising him with the cards from YouTube community this year. Off to take the kids to school. Bye, Biddy Penny. Or Penny. I'm assuming your name is Penny. Maybe not. I'm assuming it is. Thank you, everybody. And oh, Amy says duck sauce. You're drawing duck sauce? Is that like a hoisin duck sauce? Ah, you're welcome, Reb. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you all. Have a really good day, everybody. And this was day 11. Happy Remembrance Day. Lest we forget everybody who has made an effort to keep peace in our world and or to bring peace to our world. I think it's really important that all the thousands, hundreds of thousands of soldiers get recognition for that. So yeah, if you are thinking about that today, then yeah, have those thoughts with the rest of the world as well, with the good people in our world. So thank you all. Oh, Millie's too today. Happy birthday to Millie. Wow, that went fast. I will see some of you tomorrow. And again, reminder that I will be over on Dylan Sarah's YouTube. I don't know if it'll come through on mine, so I'm just saying go over to his. And I will be there at 7 a.m. Eastern as normal. I will share in my stories on or notes on Substack and also on Instagram, so you can always have a look there. But if you just look up Dylan Sara, S-A-R-A, here on YouTube, you can I think he's created a live for the Drawn Together tomorrow with him, and so that's where I will be. How weird that a video for the Sophie scarf appeared under this one today. Isn't that weird? I have not looked it up on YouTube, I promise. But you probably have, Nanette. I think it's for each own sort of all your history that you've been looking at. That is funny. All right, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much for the pantry items, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.